we could actually level. Right, here's the plan, right? We've got two options. We either level Lucian, or I mean, we level Lucian, but we kill Senna. We just kill Senna with transfusion. It's the smarter move. It is the smarter move. So it also levels Lucian. So no. So need to get more coffins. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Gomez here from the LAN channel again with another deck for you today. This one's actually one that I played on stream. So actually all the games that you're going to see, all the gameplay is from my stream on Twitch. So let's just get into this. This is using Riven with Lucian. Let's get into this. So the deck is actually called Doublewhelm Reforged. Now I actually did make a video on called Doublewhelm a very long time ago, which was the idea was using Lucian with Noxus for the overwhelm things, because basically the idea of that deck was if you can get Lucian on the board, or if you can get Senna on the board, let one of them die, preferably Senna, so that obviously Lucian gets the level up against the rally, but getting the double attack and then throwing overwhelm on top of that, so that damage is going in twice. That's what the basic premise of the deck was. And so with Riven, it's kind of opened up the fact that she does give, like, one of her things does give overwhelm, like one, so for one cost giving overwhelm, being able to put that onto Senna or onto Lucian if one of them is already on double attack is devastating, and it's just so much fun to do. And that's why this deck actually did really well on stream, as in you will see the videos later on. But let's just very quickly go through the deck and everything that's in it. So we've got the whole Reforged package going on here. So Blade Squire, which is Weapons Hilt, and what's his face, Rune Weaver, running all of them because you want to be trying to get those pieces all together as quickly as possible. It can be to level Riven, because admittedly throwing down the Blade of the Exile is a good thing to be able to do, either to do that on top of Riven, Lucian, or Senna. You actually can also play it on the Blade, because that double, because get overwhelm on top of this is just amazing. And the fact that there is like the quick burst speed stuff for putting additional damage, as well as the fact that obviously there is the what's his faces, the fragments. Sorry, the fragments, which are doing more damage, or said adding the overwhelm keyword to her just for one cost rather than needing Kato. Kato's still in the deck, but he's not necessarily needed because of the fact that obviously this is here. And quick attack is very important when it comes to the blade, because whereas Lucian and Senna already have that those keywords like the quick attack, so it means it's harder to kill them, like, unless you're using damage spells. The blade is actually vulnerable just to immediate trade-off, because with only 3 health stat, whereas that just adding that quick attack honestly does help her out so much to stay alive and do more damage, and potentially get more damage into the enemy nexus, because bear in mind, all damage that she does to the enemy nexus is doubled. And so if you can overwhelm her, so if they do put something in front and you can just still get that damage through, it's such an amazing thing to do. We've also got Kato in here just because, you know, you can't split these two up. They do work together very nicely. But as well as that, I said, this deck is about trying to hit hard and fast. You're trying to get Lucian in hand, you're trying to get Senna in hand. Riven, you can take it or leave it in hand, but if you're mulliganing, you're trying to get Lucian and Senna, because basically the second you can get both of them on the board, that's when you're laughing, because unless your opponent can remove both of them, which, to be fair, if you're playing against an Avalanche deck, like we're playing against a ramp deck which has got Avalanche, you're gonna have problems. But other than that, it's really hard to remove both of them from the board at the same time. Two Mystics is a possibility, but I say 2 Mystics. Actually, technically, if they use Mystic on Lucian, then Senna actually gains 3 health. So it's actually not as easy to do that kind of move. Maybe get excited, but it's a lot of fun to do. And as you will see in the stream, it was very profitable, in terms of getting so much damage. Because the whole idea is that once you get Lucian leveled, or once you get Senna leveled, or once Riven yet again herself is leveled and has the overwhelm or the blade, it is literally using all of these things. So weapons hilt, transfusion, sharp sight, as well as the fact that obviously you've given them the fragments, there's the ability to be able to do these things to get overwhelmed and increase that damage or save somebody's life with sharp sight and transfuse. It's just so amazing to do, and it's so quick as well. If you draw well, it's so quick. Obviously, we've got the Redeemer in here for draw. I will admit that Brutal Hunter did not get as much play as I thought they would. I put Brutal Hunter in here for the challenge, which is the challenge aspect of it, so that you could then put quick attack or overwhelm or additional damage on there, so that because she only gets quick attack when she's first summoned. So admittedly, I will say that Brutal Hunter is probably the weakest of this deck. The main benefit of her is if you've got Kato on the board, or if you do give her the Blade of the Exile, if there's no one else to give the blade to. The fact that she can decide who she's challenging, so you can just force the damage in there, that's her main benefit. But I'm saying that you can take it or leave it with her. But this is, as I said, like, you know, the basic deck construct and whatnot, it just seemed to work really well. If you want me to go over any more bits of this deck, please let me know down in the comment section down below, as well as the fact that obviously I said, like, you know, the games that you're about to see are from Twitch, which I streamed them the other day. So Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, shameless plug time. It's good, which, like, if you want to come and catch this action live, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I am live on Twitch. You can also hit up the Discord link down below, where you can get in contact with me, ask me any questions, anything that you want to know. I'll do my best to answer for you. But if you want to come and catch that action live, as I said, on Twitch, it's good times. There's the clips competition. There's so many things going on. Why not get involved? I mean, obviously, if you enjoy watching this fool, that's the only reason why you would do it. If you don't enjoy watching this fool, then immediately, like, you wouldn't bother. So yeah, so the games you're about to see are ones that I streamed the other day. So I hope you have a good time watching them as much as I enjoyed playing them and having a laugh with you guys. So without further ado, let's see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. A kind of aggro deck, because the idea of it is that you get the Reforged stuff to get, like, quick attack and that onto Orgy or overwhelm on top of Lucian, or these. Right, so I feel like I keep one. So the idea here is that we want to be trying to get, like, overwhelm and more damage on top of, like, people like this, or on top of Lucian or Senna, so that when they get double attack, we start doing significant damage. That's the plan. I mean, I'm assuming this is a nab deck. I'm assuming this is a devastating nab deck that we're currently up against. The suit doesn't really help me right now with what I've got in the hand. This could be used to potentially draw out Ezreal. Like, he potentially plays Ezreal next turn, and then the nabs begin. The nabs begin. I'm guessing. Okay. If this dies, so say that he plays Ezreal. Okay, doesn't play Ezreal. I was gonna say that he plays Ezreal, then okay, we leave it. Because if he goes for an attack, if he kills, yep, he's going for killing this. We can now play this. The one bit of draw we do have. Whoop.
Today we turn the tide of war.
See, the thing is, we know that he's running Ezreal. So what's the chance? I mean, and also potentially next turn Twisted Fate. Next turn, Twisted Fate would hit this. So right, if we throw Lucian out, we've got Sharp Sight now. I feel a little bit better about the plan. It's not the best plan, and I definitely feel like we're in trouble. I would love to be playing Senna on the same turn as playing Lucian, so for one extra mana, if we would have waited, maybe, but it's our attack turn this turn, so we kind of want to be trying to capitalize on the fact that it's our attack turn. I was gonna say, because so he's going big. He's going big. All we could do is try to stop that. I mean, we force more out of our opponent. We force more out of our opponent. That's the plan. I mean, potentially Static Shock now hits both of them. Static Shock now hits both of them next turn. Come on, just believe. We need to believe. If we can get Senna on the board. If we can get Senna on the board, so at least if Lucian dies, she levels, I'm happy. I'd be happy because I can throw her out, and then throw Lucian out and get like. So I stay alive. stay alive this turn, Lucian. It's all you need to do. Have you tried the bilge water with Undying to give enemies vulnerable? Yes, no, yeah, I many moons ago, my friend. So we throw you out. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, either we do this or we rally. Like, either he kills Lucian or we rally. It's one of the two plans now. But see, the thing is that we've left him at a point where now that they're both on the field, he can't kill. Like, he can't kill both of them. Or he might be able to. If he had 2 mystic shots, he could kill both of them. But he would be. I mean, don't worry, I'm talking bollocks. Right. We passed the turn. As much as he wants to rally. Do we just rally? So much of my gut instinct tells me, just rally, just do it. You know you want to. You know you want to. It'd be hilarious. He's got 4 mana. If he could kill these, would he have killed these now? I feel like he's got nab stuff, so I feel like he's gonna nab. You know, sod it. We go big. We go big! It's time for big boldness!
This fight isn't over.
This fight is not over! Okay, we go big bold. Big and bold. Oh! There's the boom ship! The boom ship! Oh! Okay.
You monster!
So, we have double attack. We have double attack coming off of center right now. We go, whoop, we grab you here. So we're gonna force him to have to defend 10 damage. We could have technically made that damage more, but we knew he had defense in the. I mean, he does not have defense immediately next turn. We immediately do more damage. Obviously, if he's got defense, if he's got what's his face, like if he's got like get excited or whatever like that is problematic. But we go big. We go big. For it is the time for big boldness. It's the time of the big boldness where we just go, you know what, sod it. We go. We throw everything at this. We've got no other plans, so we just go. Yes! Stun. I mean, stuns is actually going to be a significant problem for us. Because like we need the attack forward, but if we can force out his stuns before Yasuo is on the board, like if we can force out the stuns before Yasuo gets on the board, we'll actually be okay. It's getting to that point. But yes, no. So Norba, have you got a deck for that then, Vimshi? Because I know. Okay, I feel till we just keep this hand. I might end up regretting this. Obviously, like Ionia doesn't really have any early game, right? I actually feel like I'm. He says while he plays goat. Right.
Don't get in my way.
Don't get in my way. We take it. We then throw center out, and we just let the quick attack speak for itself. That's the plan.
They're as good as dead.
You know it. Right. Hush potential again, and stuns. Bear in mind, but if we're forcing his stuns out before Yasuo hits the board, we don't honestly mind it. Like if we can force, so potentially there we go. Hush, that's fine. You know what? It's not the best, but on the plus side, we are getting 10 damage in on our opponent here. If we had 1 extra point of mana, we could have actually increased that damage to like 12 damage. Actually, no, yeah, 12 damage. No, it would have been more because that is. We would have been 14 damage, actually. We would have... No, wait. What am I talking about? Why is my... Oh, yeah. Mathematics! 14 damage it would have been if we would have been able to do that. So we are forcing our opponent. We are forcing our opponent down. We might have lost Lucian. I mean... If we still keep Lucian, then... Yes! I mean... Either way, I mean, you know what? I'll take keeping Lucian because on the plus side, like that is 1 hush that he's used, which has now been meaningless to him. Like that hush has not helped him in any. We just rally immediately. just go for the immediate rally, just because we can, right?
Daylight warms the heart and
Our
lights the
other
way.
plan is play Riven, which, like, or we could play another Senna. I feel like yeah. My mind feels like the rally move, but we're going with playing Riven. We're going because admittedly she might be able to give us overwhelm. Like she might be able to give us the overwhelm that we need. So, but I love the fact that he was like, "Yep, this is no problem. Kill Lucian immediately. It's absolutely fine." And then wait a minute. If I kill Lucian, I'm taking 10 damage immediately. And so, but we have forced an early hush out of our opponent. That's honestly the one positive here, is that we forced an early hush out of our opponent. So I'm actually gonna leave. We could go for the overwhelm, but I actually because I know that I've got a rally going, I don't mind just going forward. And then because we want to be trying to force, because we don't know what he got from this, right? He could have got the ability to obliterate something, and if he obliterates, neither of these two level, because the obliteration is just removing them from the field of play. So he still has the ability. He still has the ability to. I mean, so what we could do, if we wanted to, we could use transfusion just to force more damage in there. But I feel that Lucian is about to die. I feel that Lucian is about to die here with. Ooh, that's interesting. Now that's interesting. I mean, we immediately rally. We immediately rally because. Why the hell not? We could even throw her out to do 6 damage. Okay, fine. I was going to say that if we threw her out, she would be doing 6 damage to the enemy Nexus this turn. Could throw another Senna out, because we can kind of keep the mana flowing. I'm going to throw her out, because I actually do want her out on the board. I do want her out on the board. But I said the things that we need to remember is our opponent is playing like mostly stuns. He hasn't actually played Yasuo yet. But our opponent is mostly playing for like stun moves and whatnot. So potentially another obliterate. Potentially another obliterate move comes out here. So if obliterate comes out, we want to be trying to force problems into our opponent in as many different ways as we possibly can. Because basically, by giving overwhelm, we can give overwhelm, doubling that damage, or like, you know, doubling the, like, we've got options. Silence, of course. Stopping the overwhelm is not the one that you want to see, but I can completely understand it. It also means that he can't use he can't use the obliterate spell because it's 6 cost. I mean, it's okay. We're in an okay situation. An okay enough situation. Not the best, but an okay enough situation.
Spilled paint is just accidental art. Because
we've got a lot of damage that we can potentially throw into our opponent. A lot of damage we can potentially throw into our opponent. So, overwhelm, and I mean, all of the overwhelmings. Okay, so. I feel like we throw overwhelm on top of. We're gonna go on top of Senna to begin with, right? Here's the plan. Here's a little lesson in trickery. There's no point in putting that guy next to him because he's silenced forever. So, because we want to be trying to force, because we know that our opponent is playing stuns. We know that, well, we assume he's playing stuns. We know that our opponent is playing. Okay, so we force overwhelm elsewhere. We can actually force additional. We could have technically used this, which would have made sense to have used. So.
Oh, you're interesting.
So that's death. We leave it because we still have more moves. So whether or not the hushes come out, whether or not the things, we leave it because we know that there's other moves that we've got that can help here. So power cascade. Still dead. dead! I mean... Yeah, we leave... I mean, he's dead, so we just take it. I was thinking, like, do we just play that to show him, to show him just how dead he was? But no, we'll take it, we'll take it. So that worked. Okay. Well met! Okay.
A true friendly
A true friendly audience, welcome. Hello there. Whoosha! Whoosha! Oh, whoosha! I've got no idea how to say that. Whoosha! I've got no idea how to say that name, but thank you so much for following the channel. I hope you're having a good time. How does one say the name? But honestly, thank you so much. How is Legends of Runeterra been treating you? Hope all is well. Ooh. I mean, the fact that we've got potential you and Senna. Now, don't get me wrong. We have problems when it comes to Fiora because he could quite easily have a buff. He could quite easily have a buff, but we force him to decide which one he kills. Now, he definitely kills Lucian, right?
Always got your back.
He definitely kills Lucian in this trade-off. But the other one, at least Senna gets quicker. Ooh! Ooh! He decides not to do anything. Okay. We go forward, knowing that he most likely gains some form of shield barrier or something. That's fine. You know what? That's fine.
I have no time for fools.
Because we do have the ability to do this. So, on the plus side, we have that as an option. Stand alone.
Nothing to hold me back.
So, the question is now, do we... So, right. We've got two options. We could actually level... Right, here's the plan, right. We've got two options. We either level Lucian, or... I mean, we level Lucian, right? We kill Senna. We just kill Senna with transfusion. It's the smarter move. It is the smarter move. So... It also levels Lucian, so... No! So... Need to get more coffins! Boom, 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 boom. I should have packed more coffins! Boom, 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 boom. Ah! The single... I mean, does the single combat... Does the... Oh, wait, no! Wait, the single... I mean, it at least means... I see why he did it because he wanted to get Lucian's health down. Ah! Ah! I mean... Should have packed more coffins!
To rest.
Right, controlled. This can be quite an aggressive targeted deck, which admittedly kind of goes against what we're rolling with, but we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. So, very targeted deck that can cause us significant problems, especially Lucian with Mystic Shot. That causes us significant problems. So. Gonna throw this out, although we expect it to get immediately targeted off the field. Ooh, it doesn't. Okay. Expect it to get immediately targeted off the field, but big part of me is like play this, and then keep the mana next turn when it goes over to his side. Because I mean, he could just kill these with static. Next turn. Next time when it's his turn. Ooh, okay, he's just gonna take the damage. Play Riven. And by playing Riven, we can then basically next turn like level Riven. That's how I see this in my head. That's how I see this in my head running. Whoop. Potentially, he still has what's his face at this moment in time. So thermal as a removal. I don't mind.
Approach, savage.
There's no point in trying that because, I mean, technically we could have done that and then gone with a transfusion. That transfusion was definitely possible. Yeah, no, I mean, we take that. I mean, we could, as I said, go for a transfusion off of this, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it because what we can do is we can level her immediately next turn. I like the idea of leveling her more next turn then, so just literally, boom, keep the mana. Get what you can get, like all of the components together. All of the components. She gets the level up. And then she's already got overwhelm. She's already got overwhelm and quick attack at the moment. We could throw a might on top of her. We could throw a might on top of her, but I want to see how the opponent reacts. It's very important to see how the opponent reacts. Actually, maybe attack forward with that as well. Very important to see how our opponent reacts to this. Because we've got like a handful of tricks, but it depends on what goes on, depending whether or not these tricks are worthwhile. So he wants to. What did he get? Okay, so he got. Did he actually get rid of the stun guy for this? Okay, right. So his plan is to go like that. So what we can do is use transfusion. Transfusion just gives her what's necessary to get past this. So it lives through that. And then, see if we put that on top of her. We can get him down to 2 health. It's not the best, but we can. I mean, actually, the thing of it as well is, bear in mind that our opponent could very easily have other target spells that just do 2 damage. So we leave it for now, just in case, because I'd rather be using those things or getting that Riven back. So it's fine. We could have got our opponent down to 2, but I will take getting them down to 4. I will take getting them down to 4 for the greater good here. Whew, there we go. There we go. There's the other removal. So we get to play Riven again onto the board. Get to play Riven again. Just because, why the hell not? There's Ezreal. Sharp sight. Top deck sharp sight. Hold the cards, Yugi. Come on. Come to me, sharp sight. That's not sharp sight. Okay. He has only got 4 health. Very important to it. So we could actually play the blade. Right, so he's going for the stun. He's going for the stun, and then magnificent damage comes my way. Like, magnificent damage comes my way. So we could play Lucian as a bluff, so that he uses Mystic Shot to kill Lucian, or I basically want to be playing you and then throwing the Might Overwhelm on top of her. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we can go down to 6. I feel like if we defend this here, it's not the best plan. It's by no means the best plan. But I'm trying to make it seem like the crazy plans of a desperate man. I'm trying to make this seem like the crazy plans of a desperate man. That's what we're going for here. So I'm gonna pass just to see, because I'm guessing like he's gonna use the Mystic, right? I would assume, yeah. There we go. So he uses the Mystic to go for her. That's fine. We take it. Finally. We now throw the blade out, because in our things, he can't stop both of them, right? That's our plan here. He can't stop both of them, right? So we immediately go forward. We can give an additional +2. So I feel like we give the additional +2 over here. We give the additional +2 over there, and then we wait and see how things shake out. Because we have a Might and we have a Transfusion. So Might and Transfusion, potential usefulness. So we throw the Might out first. Whoop. We want to keep the Transfusion back in case he's got a way of killing. Because I mean, like, we want to be keeping the options open. Keep the options open. In case he's got like a get excited. He's trying to find things. He's like, shit. Shit. Must find resource to kill him. There's got to be some resource in my deck that can kill him. Shit. Okay. So, what's he gonna go with? See, his potential Draven spell, like Draven's Whirling Axes, is also potential. So that's what we need. We need the trans. Ah, yes! That's why we need to keep it back because the potential of Draven's axes. That's why, like, you want to be forcing. You need to lure your opponent into a false sense of security. But well played, well played. So that was the Doublewhelm Reforged, as you saw from when I streamed it. Amazing, like the amount of wins this deck actually got was actually impressive. The speed in which this deck gets wins as well is actually really nice for it. I'm not saying it's a definitive list, and I'm not saying this is going to work 100% of the time for you. I will say that we were beaten down by the Scouts landmark a few times, and we were beaten down by Zoe, and which is Zoe's Lee Sin as well on that stream. But throughout, like all the other fights, like you saw, it got wins. It got them quick. So please let me know if you run this deck down in the comment section down below. If you make any changes to this deck, because I said this is not the definitive list. As I've always said, my things are merely concepts, and then you guys can build off of them, or we build off of them as a community, like the LAN Up channels. We work together to make these things work and have great times and good laughs together. So as I say, if you make any changes, let me know. If you run it and let me know how it works. So it's worth it that, as I've already said, you can catch me on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You will come catch this madness live, as well as the fact that there is the Discord link down below, as I've already said. Thank you all so much for the support. Like literally, I said the amount that my subscriptions keep going up on YouTube is amazing. The amount that my follow count keeps going up on Twitch is amazing. So honestly, I would be nothing if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, honestly, from the bottom of where a heart would be. Thank you, honestly, so much. You're making my dreams come true. So until next time, bye. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.